and welcome to Eat, Sleep, Box and Repeat. Today we're joined by Edinburgh boxer Scott Forrest, who will be making his pro debut on February 26 as part of the Josh Taylor, Jack Catterall undercard. Scott, thank you very much for your time today, and how are you doing?
Yeah, all good, all good. Just training away. We're getting ready for the fight now.
Good. Well, can't wait to see it. For a lot of boxing fans who maybe pay more attention to the professional ranks instead of the amateur circuit, February 26 will be the first time they see you box, but you have a very extensive amateur pedigree. You've represented Team GB at the 2014, 2018 Commonwealth Games, also been at the World Championship in 2019. I think you were also, as am I right in saying, Scottish champion 9 times and British champion twice.
Yes.
So amazing experience at domestic and world level there. But for people tuning in on February 26th, this will be the first time they kind of get to know you. So I'd like to start by just talking about your story and how you got started in boxing.
Well, I got started when I was about 12 years old. It was basically when I was a kid. Like I liked to fight when I was a kid. Like even when I would play football, like fights would break out and I'd be like the first one to dive in. But basically, my dad just took me to a boxing club at one point and started boxing. I sparred within my first or second day of being at a boxing club, and honestly, I fell in love with the sport straight away. It was it just felt right, and got a great buzz out of it.
So just like an instant click with the sport, did you think at that time it was something you'd be doing for the rest of your life?
No, I had no idea that I'd get to actually be where I am now. It wasn't until years later where it was like, wow, this is actually what I want to do for a career. But to begin with, it was just a hobby, something to keep fit, get in shape, and enjoy myself.
So what was the moment, or was there a moment when you realized this was actually something you really wanted to pursue and go on to the highest level?
Well, it started off, I think I was my first ever time going into British Championships when I was, 14. And I won the British Championships. Did not expect to even do that when I went to them, because it was like a first time for me boxing anyone outside Scotland. And then it was only just over 2 years later, as a youth, I went to the World Championships in Almaty and I was beating everyone. No one expected it. I was basically just a wee underdog. Stopped a boy in my first fight and went on to outbox this Ukrainian, and then I beat the #1 boy in the world at the time in the semi-finals. So I then went on to the finals and got a controversial decision in the finals against the home boxer. So I ended up getting a silver medal. And at the time, I was the first ever youth boxer to ever get a silver medal from Scotland. And I think it was just after that we kind of clicked and went, actually, I'm actually all right at this. Like, wow. I'm probably a good boxer. I was like basically ranked #1 in the world for like a day when I beat the #1 boy in the world, and then had a bit of a kind of split-ish decision in the finals. But I think that was the point where it was like, wow, this is what I want to do.
Aye. And your career has taken you all across the world. I think over 40 countries, I believe, from India, Kazakhstan, Spain, Germany, just to name a few. What's it been like fighting in all those different countries?
It is an amazing experience. If anything, like, I think it makes you grow more as a person and as a boxer, to get different styles in the different countries. You can kind of see what countries are more aggressive, what are boxers, like that kind of way. But seeing the world as well is like such a massive bonus. The highs and the good but lows, and it is a big eye opener. And I feel like it's experience you can't buy. It's like you can't get that anywhere.
You talked about like seeing a lot of different styles. I'm sure that will certainly give you a massive edge in your pro career. What country stood out as where you saw like the more troublesome styles or aggressive styles?
I don't really think any one style really stood out to be that's an issue. Like against every style's got a weakness, and you know what you need to do. And through whatever 14, 15 years of being in this game, you work out how to take each style down. But I've struggled with some people coming forward. I've struggled with some people on the back foot, just depending on the individual and how they use it. But I don't think there's ever a one style that I would be like that's a problem.
Yeah, and I'm guessing because you've fought in all across the world, you're very comfortable fighting in someone's backyard. So when you get to fight in Glasgow, I guess that's almost like is that a breath of fresh air, or is that something you're looking forward to?
That is something that's going to be amazing. Like I feel like it's been forever since I've actually boxed in my home, because all my amateur career has pretty much 90% been in other countries. So out of like over 90 fights, I think I've had, like most of them have been in other countries. So, and I feel it's been many years since I boxed in Scotland, because I got to a point where I wasn't even going to the Scottish Championships anymore, because I just didn't feel like I wasn't getting anything from them. So I just stopped them once I got onto the Team GB anyway.
Yeah. So I guess it's an unusual thing when your pro debut's almost a homecoming fight.
Yeah.
I want to talk about your decision in turning pro. How did that come about?
So basically, leading up to Olympics, obviously a lot of stuff happened with the pandemic, and things were all getting cancelled. Got told that the other boy was going to the first qualifier, and I should have my shot in the second. But during the first qualifier, as he was in it, it all got shut down, and everything got postponed basically a year. So it was like basically, okay, right, another year, because I was always wanting to turn pro after Olympics. So another year, get through it, and then hopefully get my shot at the Olympics. But the closer it came, it then got decided that there was only ever going to be one qualifier. And the coaches pulled me aside, spoke to me, said, look, he's been put in the qualifier from the beginning, so there's nothing we can do. I'm not going to get a shot. So it's from that point, I was like, well, I'm turning over then. So I started getting in contact with everyone, but I stayed at Team GB while I was doing it all, keeping up the training and helping the boys get ready for the Olympics. But yeah, it was always my intentions after the Olympics to turn over, because I'm at the age where it's like I need to turn over, and I've had that much experience with amateurs. I don't feel like there's much more I can actually gain at that level. It was like,
yeah, it's just
the world. Why keep it going?
Talking about helping guys in Team GB get ready for Olympics, I heard you also helped Anthony Joshua in preparation when he was training for the Andy Ruiz rematch. What was that like?
That was interesting. I've like never been in the ring with someone his size or like sparred anyone at his level. So it was an eye opener to feel the kind of power they guys kind of carry. And if it is like in the future, further in the future, if I do want to step up, at least I have experienced it. But it was a good experience to see what they're like. But I enjoyed it. I think we done 12 rounds in total.
Wow.
But yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it, and I'd do it anytime, to be fair.
Well, that's great, and feather in your bow. Absolutely fighting the dynamite, well, sparring a dynamite puncher like AJ. So you're managed by Sam Kinnock, and you signed with Boxer, I think last August. How did that come about?
So I got in contact with Sam because he is Scottish, and I've known him for years and years, even before. In fact, when I was a kid, I knew him. So he was always a shoe-in for management because it is someone that I know and I kind of trust, rather than going to someone where I don't really know them. They're far away. They're in England or somewhere I don't know. Whereas I know exactly where he is. I know he's just a phone call away, and I know I'm one of his main priorities. So got in contact with him. He told me to get in touch with some promotions. He got in contact with Boxer, and Boxer was already on the tables as of, because I had a chat with Benjamin Shalom. He got my number because I was on Team GB anyway. So I had a chat with them. He had a chat with them. We came to an agreement, and it just fell into place perfectly. And then got the first fight date set straight away, and it was all go from there.
Well, perfect. Well, congratulations on getting him a Boxer, and you're obviously on an amazing platform. They've got the nice sports deal. So it's going to be awesome for your career. Talking about your fight coming up, there's you were originally on the Taylor Catterall undercard for December, then that got pushed back, so then you switched to the Williams Eubank card, which got pushed back to January, and then February 5th, and now you're back on the Taylor Catterall card. So that, you know, that's a lot delay there, I guess. What's that been like for you in terms of your training and preparation?
So it has been a bit frustrating, especially at the beginning, because we'd done the full training camp leading up to the Taylor card. Then basically it was Christmas, New Year, but I had the 29th of January for the Eubank Williams card. So I kind of kept ticking over the Christmas, New Year, and it wasn't until the first of the year that I found out that no boxing shows at all will happen in Britain. So it's been on the other side, it's been getting used to my new training team, getting like more and more time I have with them, the more we can improve and work with each other, and we get a feeling for each other. So on the training side, I feel like it's improved quite a lot. But obviously I want to fight as I'm a boxer, so it's a bit frustrating because I just won my pro debut. It's like it's been since December that and just everything keeps getting pushed back. So that side frustrating, but training wise, I feel I'll be ready more than ever now.
There's been an issue with the mental aspect of getting your head on 1 week and then finding out it's delayed, and then you have to kind of adjust your mindset, or is that not an issue?
It's not an issue at all. Mindset wise, like I knew even if there was a delay, I would have a fight not long right after. So mindset wise, I was always ready. I was always focused and ready to get in the ring, really.
Because your opponent on February 26th is unconfirmed.
Yeah.
What's it like training for someone that you don't really know anything about?
I don't think it's really much of a problem, as I know, came up against every single style. you could possibly come up against. So nothing's going to be a shock. And it is my pro debut, so like, I'm not expecting it to be anything. It's not going to be at a level that I've been competing at already, because I've been competing at the highest level that in the world at amateur. So I don't think it's an issue at all. There's not going to be any surprises. And when I do know who I'm boxing, it's like, it's not going to change much.
Cool. Lastly, is there any message you want to give to your fans for what they can expect on February 26th?
Get ready to see a whole new level of boxer in this division, because I'm planning to come in for everything at cruiserweight, and I really don't see anyone stepping my way.
Perfect. Well, strong message there from Edinburgh Cruiserweight, Scott Forrest. Scott, thank you so much for your time today. All the best for your training camp. Can't wait to see you in the SSE Arena on February 26th.
Brilliant, right? Appreciate it.
Cheers, man.
Thanks, bye.